Hey guys, it's Rady Rogers back again with the new What If. And this is gonna be what if Goku landed in One Piece. Sorry about that. But before we get into it, I really appreciate it that you guys came to this channel and got the channel to like 32 subscribers. It really means a lot. So if you have the time, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to get a notice of new videos. So let's begin. So we see a space pod flying in space. As we know, this is Goku, who is sent off the Earth, like in the canon timeline. But this Earth is different from Earth. The original Earth. It's the One Piece world this time. So sort of like backwards and forwards, since the technology is sort of advanced but still not. As Goku's space pod crashes in the canyon, as it keeps bumping from rock to rock as it lands in a river, as it flows through the stream to a forest. We see someone who is collecting bamboo. And we see an old man who is collecting bamboo as he hears a baby crying. He goes and sees what it is as he sees a baby with a bad bump on his head. As you know how this scene goes, as you know who this is, it's Grandpa Gohan. So nothing will really change much except one part. So we skip 8 years as Goku is 9 at this moment. Grandpa Gohan and Goku were training in the forest as Grandpa Gohan was teaching him something. While they were training, they lost track of time and it was night as Goku and Grandpa Gohan was returning. As Grandpa Gohan said to Goku, "How was your training today, Goku?" As Goku said, "It was fine, Grandpa. Do you think I'm closer learning that thing that you called, what was it, Haki?" And yes, Goku is learning Haki, since if he could learn the Kamehameha in 5 seconds and it took Master Roshi 50 years, I'd assume it would be easy for him to learn it. Not long, but not too short either. And Grandpa Gohan, I'm gonna say he was one of Goldie Roger's crewmates, like one of the strongest, like 4th or 5th. So yeah. As Grandpa Gohan says to Goku, I think so. Just a little more or you'll gain just a little more and you'll activate observation Haki. Well, you're close, but just need a little more training. As Goku is excited, Grandpa Gohan and Goku are walking to their house as Grandpa Gohan looks at the moon. As Grandpa Gohan says, the moon looks beautiful tonight. Isn't it, Goku? As Goku looks up at the moon. As he keeps staring at it for a while, Grandpa Gohan says, Goku? As Goku tries to transform into the Great Ape. While he's transforming, Grandpa Gohan checks to see if Goku's okay, but he's getting bigger and bigger. And Grandpa Gohan steps back as Goku fully transforms into his Ozaru form. Grandpa Gohan tries to think of a way to take down the Great Ape without hurting Goku. As the Great Ape fires a gigantic beam at Grandpa Gohan. Luckily, he dodges as the mountain was blown to smithereens. Grandpa Gohan says, "I had to end this quickly," as he tries and uses Conqueror's Haki on the Great Ape. Instead of knocking it out, it does something unexpected. The Great Ape stops moving for a second. Then just looks confused and dazed. As Grandpa Gohan says, I stopped it for now. As Grandpa Gohan goes to knock out the Great Ape, it looks right at him as he stops. Grandpa Gohan doesn't know what to do, and the Great Ape just grabs him. As Goku says, As Grandpa Gohan tries to shout, Goku, stop! As as Goku tries to say yes. Since sort of brought him to his normal senses, and also his speech is really broken in this, since it's sort of his first time speaking in his grade A form. As Grandpa Gohan says, Goku, can you please let me go? As Grandpa Gohan tells Goku if he can transform back, as Goku says he doesn't know, but he'll try. He tries for a while, but no luck. Goku tells Grandpa Gohan if it's a devil fruit, and Grandpa Gohan says probably not, since when Grandpa Gohan found him in that river, he still had a tail, and he still could swim in the water normally, so I don't think so. As Goku says, how long is this gonna last? Grandpa Gohan says, I don't know, as they wait all night. But this morning, Grandpa Gohan wakes up and sees that Goku has transformed back into a boy again, as he takes Goku back to the house and waits for him to wake up. When he wakes up, Grandpa Gohan tells Goku if he wants to remove the tail. Goku tells him that he thinks he'll keep it, since he thinks it looks cool and he could learn to control it if he could learn to control it and protect people. And also, if he does lose control, Grandpa Gohan could just use Conqueror's Haki to stop him. Grandpa Gohan says when the Goku's reached a specific age, he's probably gonna have to leave the house and explore the world, and probably leave Wano. And yes, they are in Wano. I just forgot to mention that at the start. So we skipped to when Goku's 12 years old. At this point, he would have learned Observation Haki, and he's sort of on the path to mastering his Ozaru form. But he can only do it in the full moon. So yeah, he doesn't have that blessed wave ball. But sometimes in the morning when he's training with Grandpa Gohan, when Goku's in a tough spot or he's really mad, his eyes would turn to a wildlish yellow and his hair would stand up, but just for a moment, as his power level would uprise a lot. And so Grandpa Gohan sort of scared but sort of confused about this, since he thought Goku could only activate it in the full moon. Grandpa Gohan would have taught him the Kamehameha and some basic key attacks like the key ball, the key wave, and yeah. And key does exist, but only a few people know how to use it. Every life form has it. It's just a bit of it, but some people have more than a bit. This is because you would have to have enough key to even sense it, since it's sort of the easiest techniques you can learn. And Grandpa Gohan has a lot, and Goku has a lot. Grandpa Gohan would have told him about some things he heard in the nearby village about a corrupt division about the Marines called the Red Ribbon Division. As Goku says, did they cause some trouble? No, but they might. A squad of them are harassing a village, the village nearby yesterday. I think they'll come back today as well. Oh, what was the name? What was the name of that village? Kozuki village. I think. As Goku says, oh yeah, I remember. We helped them in the winter to gather some food. As Grandpa Gohan tells Goku, yes, Goku, could you drive them away from your old man? Your old grandpa doesn't have a body like he used to. Grandpa Gohan's 73 at this point. And tells Goku to go to Kozuki village and sort of take care of them. Don't kill them, but just drive them away, since he doesn't need another problem to take care of, as he thinks as he's been defending the village a lot before Goku arrived. So yeah, and he thinks that this will be an interesting thing for Goku to learn, since he thinks that Goku should explore the world right now. So Goku says sure and runs to the village. When Goku gets there, soldiers are attacking the villagers. attacking the village and stealing some of their supplies. As Goku shouts stop as all the soldiers look at him and laugh. One of them walks up to him with his gun out and says, "What are you gonna do about it, kid?" And what's the tail of yours as he tries to mess with him. Goku isn't even flinching. And he says, I'll teach you to mess with the Red Ribbon Army, as he tries to hit Goku with the top of his gun. Goku instantly dodges and just punches the guy in the face, sending him flying and probably knocking him out. As Goku looks to the rest of them and says, "Who wants some more?" as all the soldiers prepare to shoot bullets at Goku. They shoot, but Goku just catches them like how Gohan did in the Buu Saga. As he looks at them and says, "Is that all?" "I thought you were supposed to be powerful," as one of them shouts, "Probably has a devil for switch to sea stone bullets," as they prepare to shoot the monkey boy with sea stone bullets. They shoot, but Goku catches them again. They were surprised and scared as Goku throws the bullet back. Some of them hit, but it doesn't kill them, just incapacitated, as Goku takes care of the rest of them. But one of them contacts their superiors as they're telling him about Goku with the transponder snail and says it to them. After that, the village thinks Goku as one of the people who are defending the village. As a weird man with a Tengu mask comes up to Goku, and if you know who this is Tengu Yama, the one who was Tama when Luffy came to Wano, but he's sort of youngish. He thanks Goku for his help and tells him that he couldn't have taken all of them out as he was in another part of the village. Goku says it was no problem if more of them are around, and Tengu Yama says no, and they ran away. Tengu Yama says if they could, however, they could take Goku, and Goku says there's one way. As we skip to the night, as we see piles of dishes, as Goku finished all the food that they prepared for him in just a minute. As he finishes his last dish, he thanks them and says that he should be going now, as he leaves the village. Goku leaves to his and Grandpa Gohan's house. When Goku goes to his house, he sees some robots searching for something. As he sees Grandpa Gohan fighting some of these robots. Since he was in Goldie Roger's crew, he would have an high bounty. I'm gonna say these robots are an early test robots for the Pacifista, so androids. Not that much trouble for Gohan, as he takes on 2 of the 5 androids. Goku says to his grandpa if he needs some help, and as Gohan said, much appreciated. As Goku steps in and takes the other 2 on. The last one hits Grandpa Gohan in the back when he destroyed another android. Goku sees this and goes into his wrath form as his hair stands up and his eyes transform into yellow. And in his rage destroys the android and the remaining androids. After he destroys all of them, he comes down and goes to check on Grandpa Gohan. Grandpa Gohan says he's fine, but he used too much energy. Defending himself. And he says he might have to rest for a while, so training will have to wait. Goku says what should he do during that time. Grandpa Gohan says that he should stop the Red Ribbon Division from causing any more harm in the part of Wano they live in, as Grandpa Gohan gives him the power pole, like in the original timeline. Goku thanks Grandpa Gohan and says that he'll leave in the morning. As he goes to bed. Now we skip to the morning as Goku bows to his grandfather and says he'll be back after he stops the Red Ribbon Division. And now the Red Ribbon arc of Kid Goku begins. The Red Ribbon arc would go as in canon. Goku would not meet Bulma because I don't want to copy some of the elements from the original show. As he does this on his own, so like in Canada, but without some of the characters. I am going to include Best Boy Krillin and our favorite pervert Master Roshi. As the encounter with Master Roshi and Goku still go the same. As Goku and Krillin train with Master Roshi, it's clear to Master Roshi that Goku is far above Krillin since he knows how to use the Kamehameha and some more key attacks. Goku and Krillin would still go with the same training as it increased Goku's mobility. And he would also tell Master Roshi about his Ozaru form, but sometimes he would also activate it when it's morning. Roshi tries to instruct Goku to the best of his abilities as Goku tries to activate his Wrath form as he flares his ki up, as he activates his Wrath form for just a moment. He would try this time and time again, but only just for a moment at least. He's frustrated that he keeps forgetting the feeling every time he activates his Wrath form, so yeah. Goku and Krillin would still do the test and still become best friends. And after this, Goku asks Krillin what his dream is. As Krillin says, "Oh, my dream? I suppose it's to be the greatest marine ever." Since he was a cop in Super. Anyways, what's your dream, Goku? As Goku tells him that he wants to be the strongest fighter in the world. As they both have a determined look. After this, Goku finishes the last of the remaining, I don't know if I can do in the air quotes, the remaining air quotes Regiment Army people, as he faces General Silver, who has one of the blueprints for the ancient weapons Uranus, since I'm not gonna include Dragon Balls because that's too OP. Well, I'm not gonna include the Dragon Balls just yet. Into a weapon Uranus. General Silver tries to trick Goku like in the original, but Goku's sort of smarter in this timeline, so he just easily takes care of him and retrieves the ancient weapon. Krillin Master Roshi asks Goku what's that in his hand, as Goku tells him that that guy called something like Uranus. As Master Roshi is surprised and also scared at the same time. Roshi says they have to hide it or either destroy it, since it's sort of one of the most dangerous weapons in the world. Goku and Krillin ask why, as Roshi explained to them about the Void Century. Goku and Krillin understand and decides they need to hide it, as Roshi used the Mofabu to seal it away in a pot. Now would come the tournament arc, as Goku and Krillin decide that it would be a fun challenge, and both of them could see who's stronger. The people who were there to still cheer Goku and Krillin on in the original tournament, minus Bulma and Yamcha, but Grandpa Gohan is there. Grandpa Gohan, Master Roshi is still there to cheer Goku on. But him and Master Roshi would still have a reunion. Grandpa Gohan and Master Roshi, yeah. The tournament would still go the same, with Goku defeating who he fought in the original, and Krillin also defeating who he fought in the original. As both of them against each other as the fight commences. Goku comes up with a kick as Krillin dodges and tries to hit Goku in the back. And thanks to his observation Haki, he does it more easily. After a while, they switch to key attacks. Just blow for blow, punch to kick, punch to punch, and kick to kick. As Krillin says he had enough, as Goku said, sort of, but I think we should end this quickly. As they both agree, as they both charge their Kamehamehas. The Kamehamehas clash as they're in a standstill. Krillin increases the power of his blast as it's slowly pushing back Goku's Kamehameha. Goku increases the power of his blast up in Krillin's Kamehameha. As they're both still in a standing, trying to win over each other's Kamehamehas. But since Goku is a Saiyan, He sort of wins, engulfing engulfing Krillin in the Kamehameha. Not killing him, but just injuring him and knocking him out. Goku was pretty tired after the fight. As he goes to rest, a mysterious fighter called Jackie Chun moves up the board and makes it to the finals. As the next fight is Goku versus Jackie Chun. The fight goes similar to in canon, but Goku having the advantage in some situations is he's sort of more powerful. They fight for hours until noon. As Goku sees the full moon rising, he transforms into his Ozaru form and tells Jackie Chan it's over, as he swipes at him a couple of times and also charges a beam at him. Jackie Chan thinks this is it. Jackie Chan thinks this is it and he's gonna lose, as he says, "Wait a minute," as he looks at Goku's tail. And before Goku could fire his ki beam, Jackie Chun uses the Kamehameha like he did in the original to cut Goku's tail off. As Goku de-transforms, is knocked out from the burden of the transformation and also the pain of the cutting his tail off. Goku wakes up in a hospital bed as he wakes up next to Krillin. As Goku says, "Where's Jackie Chun?" As Krillin says that he doesn't know. As he winks at Master Roshi. Master Roshi and Krillin, who are trying to. I'm sorry, wrong. As Jackie Chun is. As Krillin says that he doesn't know, as he winks at Master Roshi and Grandpa Gohan, who are trying to hide his costume. And while this is happening, Krillin still gets attacked by Tambourine, severely injuring him. As when Goku learns of this, he thinks that Krillin's dead, and without the word, he turns into his wrath form and flies off on his Nimbus. And yes, he still has Nimbus. After Tambourine, Grandpa Gohan and Master Roshi shouts for Goku to stop, since they couldn't tell him about King Piccolo. He follows Tambourine as he makes it to Demon King Piccolo's base, as they defeats all of his children or minions. Demon King Piccolo is not that worried about this, but still worried since he's not in his prime and not in his full power, as he absorbs the remaining bunch of his minions as he gains power close to young Demon King Piccolo. Don't get me wrong, he's still old, but his power is still close to Demon King Piccolo. The fight between Piccolo and Goku would still go the same, with Goku having the upper hand, as King Piccolo thinks how his boy is so strong. He doesn't have a double fruit, he's using ki, that's obvious. As Goku punches King Piccolo in the face, sending him flying. As Goku says, "I'm going to make you pay for what you did," as he walks toward King Piccolo menacingly. Demon King Piccolo tries to bribe Goku, but it doesn't work. And that same scene with Goku doing that Ozaru charge still occurs and Goku goes through his chest. But before he does, Piccolo coughs out a weird egg. Goku returns to the tournament with some injuries, but not life-threatening, and still in his wrath form. This ki is still flaring, as Grandpa Gohan says and tries and calms him down, and tells Goku that Krillin's okay but just injured, as Goku gets out of his wrath form and explains what happened to Piccolo. They're shocked about this, as that not even the Marines could take him down, as they know that Piccolo is one of the big boys in the Wano region, and Wano region there now, and Wano region. This is before Kaido is here, so yeah. As they increase Goku's bounty, you guys can say what the bounty is, because I'm not gonna specify it. So yep. Goku goes and visits Krillin, and Krillin says he's fine and he's gonna be released from the infirmary in a week or so. Goku's really happy to know this, as his friends are okay. And as when he leaves the hospital room, he hears a voice in his head as it says, "Come to the tower." As Goku looks around to see no one, as the voice speaks again, "Come to the tower." As Goku thinks about this and asks where the tower is, as he gets some directions in his head, Goku follows the strange voice as he makes it to Korin's tower, as the voice says to climb it. Goku does so, meeting Korin and completing his task of catching him 10 times, and as Korin gives him the sense of being, as he says, "Hey, catch." As Goku asks, "What's this?" Korin says that if we eat him, if you are ever injured or out of energy, you'll be fine. And Goku takes him and climbs up some more to go to the lookout, as the person he sees is an older King Piccolo. And this is where I'm gonna be leaving off. And again, thanks for 32 subscribers. So if you have the time, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to get notice on new videos. So bye.